The next Grow a Garden update is coming up, and I have a lot of leaks to show you guys, as well as many of the possible features that we could see coming into the game. I've seen a lot of requests for you guys to make this video because you guys asked me to, and apparently you enjoyed my last video very much, to the point where I was like, yeah, I should definitely do this again. As you all have probably heard like a million times, Jandel is planning on making a prehistoric event, because he did post this video on his TikTok where somebody said you should make a big prehistoric update where there's a dinosaur egg, an old plant, and make a new weather called. I will reply with the rest. That guy basically just planned out a bunch of ideas that they should do for a prehistoric update, and Jandel basically said it would happen in 2 weeks, which means this upcoming week. Keep in mind, this video was a few days ago before the newest update was out, so obviously it wasn't going to be that week or this week, but it will be this upcoming weekend. Now, I have a lot of leaks for it, as well as many of these suggestions that are very famous, and I think Jandel should definitely look through. So, Jandel, if you're watching this video, bro, please add these. First one is a mini feature that a lot of people have been requesting, and this person said, I present you the lock tool, where, as you can see, a fair option for those who don't want their fruit stolen. And this is the lock tool right here. It costs 30 million shekels, and it basically says locks your fruit to prevent from being stolen, and it has 3 uses. I definitely think this is a great idea, because right now, honestly, if you're grinding in a public server and decided not to spend Robux on a VIP server, or, well, actually, it's free. I don't know why you're not in a VIP server, but if you are in a public server to, for example, do the mega harvest, you could possibly get your stuff completely stolen. You could imagine getting the rarest fruit, rainbow, and like with every single mutation, and then you just go in a public server, bro, and some dude sees it and he takes it away from you for like some small amount of Robux. This instead would prevent people from stealing that fruit, as long as you're aware that you have it and you end up locking it. And I think overall it's a great use of money, because a big problem with the game right now is no matter what seed you're about to buy, there is no seed in the game that actually costs a lot of money when you start getting into the billions, which is super easy to do nowadays. I mean, if you guys want trillions and billions and quadrillions maybe of shekels, just join my Discord server. We have so many giveaways going on in there, and subscribe too, of course. But that is only one of the hundreds of suggestions in this video. This next suggestion, I can't directly give credit to one person, but honestly, the entire community. As you know, every single update, we have gotten some sort of event, something that has stayed in temporarily or whatever, and it has gone after like 1 or 2 weeks. Now, if I go right here and check out the summer harvest event and scroll down, you will find out that there is some repeated stuff. For example, the chocolate sprinkler, the Ember Lily, the Moon Cat, and a bunch of other things inside of here, including the Blood Kiwi. Oh yeah, and the night packs and stuff like that. Now, the problem with that is, well, it was supposed to be limited, as so a lot of people thought. A lot of this content is stuff that people think is never gonna come back, such as the Candy Blossom. Obviously, that is never coming back into the game. They're just gonna make better versions of it. But unfortunately, they did not actually notify anyone that these things were definitely gonna be limited, so I think it would be a very nice feature that if something is actually planned to be limited, therefore it is never coming back, it should say limited before it leaves. I found out about this from this one starboarded suggestion where Mr. Oris, shout out to him, he says, let us know if something is really limited or if it'll be available later or forever, because literally nothing I have spent weeks AFKing and grinding non-stop for has been really limited. All the players are smart enough to realize this, are quitting the game or less motivated to play, because if we can get all this stuff when our kids are born, why waste all our time playing now? I'm not gonna lie, bro, I have no idea what bro went into yapping about, but the point is that a lot of the things are just not limited. Like, when I originally played the Moon and Blood Moon update, I thought this Moon Mango was gonna be gone forever, bro. That's why I still have it here, but later out, I found out it's just, you know, obtainable again, because you got the seed packs and you got the seed itself. For example, something like the dragonfly, that's cool because they have actually already left it inside of the pet eggs, and everybody assumed it was going to be here because it was in something that is not worth an event. Like, you could always see that the bug egg was a 3% inside of the shop, so it has just stayed here, and that's perfectly fine. And I'm assuming the paradise egg as well as the bee egg are going to do the same. Now, if they leave, then that'd be a little confusing because, like, why is it gone? Making this change makes stuff that you guys actually earn be valuable and have some sort of value to it. And plus, it lets the developers introduce better versions to it. For example, if they had taken out the dragonfly where it makes a gold, like, what does the description say? Let's see. It says every 5 minutes turns one random fruit gold. So if they were to take it out, next update, they could introduce something that every 5 minutes turns 2 random fruits into gold. Something like that, just to change it up and make it obtainable once again for, like, certain mutations and stuff. But bro, if I'm gonna be honest, this next suggestion is one that I really like. This person said that to add the ability to spend shekels and fruit to make certain weather events take place. Encourage players to blow their copious amounts of money that are hoarding while earning some amazing mutations. As I mentioned earlier, we have so many things inside of this game that should cost shekels or like a lot more shekels, and we are just sitting here with a ton of them. Like, there's no reason to hold on to this much. Wait, the shop just resale? Hold on, bro. Is there any tomato seeds? Yeah, I need that. In case you don't know what it's for, just watch my previous video. I promise it's worth it. Let me go ahead, plant them down. And can I, like, fit it in there? Okay, this is good. Nice. We can barely fit in our stuff, bro. But right here, he actually suggests idea 1, for example. And he says some samples are for inspiration. So right here, he says 500 million shekels plus 2 sunflowers equals the sun ray event. And then he says 500 million shekels plus 3 moon melons equals the nightfall event. And so on and so on. What he's basically saying is that there should be, for example, an event board that the developers can insert right here onto the map. And if you want to launch a certain event and you have the ingredients or resources in order to do so, you should be able to do it for your specific server only. Every event in the game right now is currently global, but you have to actually wait for it, and you also don't know what the next possible event is. And that also actually brings me into my next suggestion for this game. Right now, the problem is we don't know what event is coming up. Now, some games that are similar to this game actually do tell you what is about to come up. For example, there could be another board on this side of the map that actually tells you what the order of the next like 10 events are in order. It doesn't actually have to specify the time or anything, but it would be cool enough just to know what is about to come up so that when it does come up, you know what to expect. Right now, you just have to sit in a server and pray the event you're looking for comes up. Like, for example, if I'm looking for rainbow, it could take me 10 years for all I know. Obviously, rain is probably not the greatest example because it's very quick, but you get the point. The only thing that I did not like about this person's suggestions is that they should also do this with the admin events, but I genuinely think it is nicer when the admin events stay for admins only. It makes it pretty cool, and it gives you a reason to actually appear in the game in like a snap of a second, especially when you don't know when it could happen. As you can see, someone did actually make this into an illustration where you have the weather board, and this could honestly get implemented in this upcoming update. But as you can see, it tells you rain in 2 hours, moonlight in 4 hours, meteor shower in 5 hours, and frost in 7 hours. It doesn't even have to tell you the easy events. It could just be the ones that are more rare. That way you have a reason to join the game and know when the next possible event is about to occur. This next idea is something that I actually went ahead and made some illustrations for. But Mr. Shrimp right here gave us the space update idea. And this is obviously probably going to be in a few updates if it ever happens. But he basically said new space themed map with space mutations, seed packs, and new space seeds. One of his ideas was the Cosmic Blossom. It's going to be better than the Candy Blossom. It looks like a Cosmic Void, base sell price of 100k or slightly less. And honestly, the developers can decide that. But same with the weight and all that stuff. But I think that is a really cool idea. I also went ahead and thought of this with a galactic mutation, since we do technically have a galactic event, but it doesn't give you a galactic mutation. And as you can see, this is my idea for it. Quite literally the thumbnail of this video, I made a galactic blossom, and this would be the seed similar to the cosmic blossom, but however, I just called it galactic because, like, why not galactic? But as you can see, it costs 30 million shekels. Now the developers can always go ahead, change those numbers around. It's fine. And this would be of prismatic rarity. I would actually prefer to see this in an event introduced with the limited thing that I was saying earlier, how when it is going to be limited, it should tell you that it is. And this could be one of the things that they're making limited, so that you actually have a very good reason to get it now or else never. And if they don't decide to do that, I made the mutation spray galactic. So this could be a certain type of mutation in case they do not want to do the candy blossom being galactic. But I think this would be really cool. It could provide 100 times multiplier similar to Aurora, but this could be something very rare in the game. And I mean, also they could keep it in permanently. It's just fully up to the developers. But I think these are some very cool ideas, and I would love to see a space update after the prehistoric one. Something else I would really like to see is pet loadouts in the game, because as you go right now, one, you have a very low limit of pets that you can actually carry, which is something that I think they should add upgrades to, whether to the item shop, like, you know how you have extra placement slots, maybe extra inventories pet slots. That would be very nice. Like, bro, let me go ahead and place down a bunch of these premium Oasis eggs and watch, bro. I'm not even going to be able to open all of them because, for one, I probably don't even have enough space. And for two, most of this stuff is junk and I have to sell it one by one, which is really annoying. But the idea I had while those open was that there should be loadouts for your pets. For example, one of my loadouts could be for my gold mutation. I could equip every pet that gives me gold mutations. And then another loadout could be like my disco bees, where I am guaranteed to get a disco, pretty much. But you get to decide what you want to put in these loadouts, and you can basically automatically equip them fast and easy, so that way you don't have to take everything out and re-equip everything. And also, I mean, the inventory is just straight up text, bro. So it genuinely does look very messy and kind of hard to find. Okay, my Oasis eggs should be done. Come on. Can I hatch all of them? Okay, we got a meerkat. Told you, trash. And then the third one, oh, we got an axolotl. Wait, that's actually good, bro. That's the 15%. All right, I'm going to keep that axolotl. And it looks like we got a sand snake, trash. And I bet you this last one is trash. Oh my god, the disco bee is dancing. Bro, that was so loud. But we got another snake, or an axolotl. But we can go ahead and expect the prehistoric update to possibly carry some of these requests. A lot of players are really asking for it. As you might know, Grow Garden also did not hit its peak player count when they updated with the Mega Harvest. And that's the first time they've done it in a while. So it's a little bit worrying. But nonetheless, they still got 18 million players. And I think it would be really, really cool if they went ahead, implemented some of these suggestions from players. Because it adds to the quality of life. It's nice. And they are some very cool potential update ideas. Oh my god, here's the stupid gust of wind, bro. Are we serious? Why did it have to gale? I wish I knew this was coming earlier because I would have not claimed my traveler fruits. Something you can definitely expect is not a brand new Oasis egg, because there's probably not going to be a new egg that is going to replace this one currently in the shop. We are definitely going to get a new seed pack with probably some plants that have to do with fossil fuels. I don't know how the heck that's technically a plant, but they're going to make it happen. I mean, they love the idea. I think it's definitely going to be a very cool update, and I do hope for their event they invest on something a little bit different from like what we've gotten currently. I would rather not come to the middle a million times and, you know, put in my Mega Harvest stuff or wait forever for it. But there's a lot of ways they can go about it, and I think overall it is going to be a pretty exciting update and probably better than the one that we got this week, even though it was pretty good. We could also see things such as the meteor shower becoming more common in the game since, you know, in case you didn't know, dinosaurs went extinct because of the meteors. And the one suggestion that I've had for a while myself, I've thought of this, and I think it'd be so cool if they added, is pet accessory. Currently, pets are basically tied to one skill, whether or not they're good at it or what, but I would really love to see some pet accessories, for example, like hats or like particles, effects, auras, whatever. Right now, for example, my disco bee every 14.34 minutes has a 15.61 chance a nearby fruit becomes disco. Maybe I can equip a certain pet that makes it either age faster, aka becoming better faster, get or become less hungry faster, like maybe it just doesn't lose hunger at all, or something that makes the item actually better, or I guess not the item, the pet better. I would love to be able to add more to them, and I think it's going to be a big changing aspect to the pets because it's going to make some very old pets much better just because they may have been really bad in the past. For example, if it says it's going to like make pets do their ability 35% faster, something like the disco bees that I have, which take 15 minutes, are going to benefit a lot from it, ultimately making it a much more better option to choose from when it comes to like selecting your pets for your mutations and stuff. I mean, I got 2 rainbow elephant ears here, bro, and you're telling me not a single rainbow or golden elephant ear has popped out? Yeah, my luck really is just bad. But I hope this video interests the developers and they actually get to see it, because these are some amazing suggestions by amazing people, and I think it is going to change the game for a much better experience. But if you enjoyed this video, hurry up and watch this video on the screen, please. I went ahead, picked it for you. I think you're really going to like this video, and I would very much appreciate if you clicked it. So hurry up and click it, because this video is about to end. Until then, bye! Subscribe!